What's going on? Actually, let me put it like this. What's going on? Crazy Russian 86 here. Welcome back to another video. I just got a comment and somebody said, stop jacking it, queen boozing it, that's the road to success. So he's basically saying if I'm gonna stop jerking off and drinking alcohol, I'm gonna become successful. I say that's bullshit. You know, I've been talking years ago about my buddy Alan, who had on and off relationship with weed, for example, okay? He was smoking, doing drugs, and he started going to rehab, and he was not doing drugs. So instead, he was like just eating ice cream and chilling, watching TV, and doing nothing. So really, alcohol and jerking off, this is secondary, you know. I don't think that that's gonna be the road to success, because if that would be the truth, then we wouldn't have like hard-working people who drink. Let's say college students even who like do engineering degree. I remember I used to go to martial arts with one guy, and he was talking about how he works hard 6 days a week, and on the 7th day he just gets drunk, so he doesn't remember what's going on around him. And that's engineering student. So when it comes to booze, okay, I feel like some people need it. Like even for me personally, like a lot of times when I was getting drunk, I needed it so I feel better about my life, because I feel anxiety around people. It's hard for me to you know, sometimes it's anxiety, sometimes it's like, you know, when you're sober, you're operating on the mode where it's like, you just have less excitement in life, you know, quite honestly. So I can completely get why people like to get drunk. Because when you're sober, everything seems dull, everything seems boring. Like when I'm not drunk, for example, I don't have motivation, really. Like sometimes, you know, when I'm like drunk, everything seems like more vivid, more colorful, more fun, you know. But when I'm sober, like everything's so fucking dull and boring around me. I feel like it's just like, it's like nothing is here, you know, it's like no fun. And I even remember when I was like 10 years ago, when I was in my 20s, I used to enjoy making Malt Liquor video, and then while I was buzzed, okay, I used to fucking love editing them. Because, you know, alcohol gives you wings. And I'm not talking about, like, you know, getting drunk as a skunk. When you get drunk as a skunk, you just want to puke. I'm talking about the first stage, which is inebriations, okay? When you're like a little bit buzzed, but you're not too drunk. This is like the perfect mode. Because then, like, you know, you're mentally normal, your brain is okay, but at the same time you feel more talkative, you feel more powerful, you don't care about things, you don't have this anxieties, you don't have this stress, you know, the self-consciousness goes out of the door. You just don't care, you just like feel like free-flowing. So this is like the good stage, you know, that's like a good stage. When you just, you know, we're just like a little bit buzzed, but you're not like super drunk. So on one hand you feel good, but on the other hand, you don't see life as being dull and boring, okay? So for me personally, I think that if you drink a little bit, that's a good thing, because that kind of makes your life more fun. Now, when it comes to jerking off, I think that's okay too, because let's say sometimes like everybody have these desires, right? We want to just do that. And women are not around, because, you know, with women it's difficult. You need to be a certain way, you need to act a certain way, you know. So that's why you're going to resort to porn and prostitution. Because if not, like for me, okay, if you like super alpha male, if you're good socially, if you're big and strong, etc., you can just go down the street and fuck bitches, that's cool. I mean, right now I cannot do it because people acting stupid and making me angry, because acting funny. But if they wouldn't be doing that, I have no problem. Like back in the day when I was younger, I was not as big as strong as I'm now, you know. I was able to just walk down the street and find a black hole and give you $20 and have sex with her. I've done it a couple times when I was like 23 years old. You know, I just got lucky like that right on the street. I had somebody who was hooking me up with the bitches. You know, I was giving him like $15. I was giving the whole 20. But then I also was just like walking down the street. I had like $20. I was like, and things actually worked out for me. I was able to find some hoes who don't care, who just. But you know, I don't think you can do it with any woman like that. Especially in San Francisco, people acting funny. Like right now in this predicament specifically. Nah. I don't think that I should be doing it because it's not gonna work. Most definitely because of this fucking stupid pieces of shit. You know, but you know, if that would be the case, you know, then you don't need to watch porn. But you know, if you want to do it, I mean, shit, why not? There's nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with masturbation. So people who say, oh, don't do that. And even in martial arts, people say, you know, one drop of semen, it's like, you know, whatever. I don't even remember what they're saying. But the bottom line is, you know, they say that, you know, if you do that, that kind of relaxes you. So you're not feeling as motivated to do things. And then again, I don't agree with that one either. Because, you know, I feel like to me it's the same thing, really. I think that if I'm not going to be masturbating, it's going to be really the same thing for me, or drinking. Because a lot of times, as a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I want to drink. Because I just don't have this excitement in my life. And I feel like I need drinking or drugs together, you know. And when I'm not excited, you know, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be more hardworking. Because like a lot of times I just like, I don't feel like doing shit. I'm feeling absolutely fucking lazy, okay? You know, I'm feeling really lazy. And I'm not doing nothing. And then I'm like, I just want to have a beer, you know, like, I have nothing going on. It's like, life is boring. I just want to get a beer, drink a video. So I feel a little bit better about myself. Get some of those excitement going, you know. I'm going to be honest with you guys, you know. So that's why I'm saying, like, whatever people telling me, that's fucking bullshit, doesn't work for me. For me, like, sometimes I just need to drink a little bit to get the dopamine. The same thing with masturbation. Sometimes I feel like I want to do it. And I don't see anything wrong with it, so. Whatever you're saying, it's bullshit. And you're saying that if I'm not going to be drinking, I'm going to become successful. That's bullshit too. Because let me tell you something. Success has nothing to do with it. This is secondary stuff. I think that in order for me to be successful, okay, I need to, A, be myself, right? I need to have a job where I can go and make money, right? I need to do whatever makes me feel happy, not whatever makes other people happy. You know, things like that. But it's hard to be successful because when we live in the society, you need to do things certain way, think certain way, not certain way. And everybody have their requirements, just like I said in the previous video. So let's say if I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna act how I want. Right? People may not like me. They may gonna say, you know what, this guy's fucking weird. This guy's fucking creepy. I don't like the way he's acting. I don't like that he's showing off. I wanna beat the crap out of him. I'm like, I feel the same way. I feel like these motherfuckers don't like that I'm acting in an arrogant manner and I cannot do it because there's something wrong with me. I feel like, fuck them. I want to act how I want and fuck everybody, you know. That's just how I feel. I don't fucking care. And people like, well, it's not recommended for you to act that way because you're not normal. I'm just like, fuck you. You see? Again. You have to be certain way and act certain way. And there are requirements for everything you do. And I just don't want to fulfill these requirements. I really don't. See? That's the thing. I really don't want to do it. That's why I'm saying people taking my freedoms away from me. Because they're making me act certain way, be certain way in order to fit in. I don't want to do it. But what if you not going to fit in? You're not going to be successful, right? Because whatever you are, it's not going to go well with like the majority of the people. So how can I be successful if I cannot like cater to people? There's no way. Because I don't have something which other people need, which other people crave, okay? I don't have it in me. So how can I be successful? Yeah, I can do what I want, but then I'm gonna fail. And even if I'm not gonna drink or jerk off, that's not gonna do anything. As a matter of fact, that's probably the reason why people are doing that type of stuff. Because A, they're not excited, and B, they're just frustrated with life, so they just do that shit to cope with it. Why they're frustrated with life? Because they want to live certain way and act certain way, and whatever they see in reality is just not really working for them. You know? So, that's just what it is. That's my opinion. You can take it, you can leave it, but that's just how I feel about it. You know? So. And also, you have to understand too, when you're telling people not to drink and not to jerk off, that's insult to their freedom. What if people want to do it? They don't give a fuck. So, or, you know, but if people are smart, you know, like when they're a child, they feel like rebellious, they whatever, but then they grow up, they're like, you know what, I don't know nobody any explanation. I'm gonna do what I want anyway. They can tell me this stuff. I'm just gonna ignore these motherfuckers. I don't agree with them, I'm not gonna argue, I'm just gonna ignore them. That's it, see? You can tell me all that stuff, but I'm just gonna say, fuck you. I'm gonna say yes, 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 and do what I want behind your back, because I don't care about your opinion. You know? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try not to act irritated, because that's not getting me anywhere, true, even though I get angry usually when people telling me what to do. But that's my insecurity speaking. Really, if I was more secure man, I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. I just ignore you. I don't have to react to it, really. And people have been telling me that too. If you don't agree with the stuff, you don't have to follow, you don't have to react. You just like ignore the motherfuckers and just do whatever is good for you and deal with the consequences of your actions. So, and that's what I'm gonna do, you know, like, I'm just gonna do what I want and deal with the consequences of my actions. That's all. That's what it was all about. And yeah, I can always like stop drinking, jerking off, or do other bad things, smoking cigarettes, weed, whatever. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna become more successful, like I said, but hey. There's a problem with people. They always like to look for the secondary things, not realizing that the primary reason why people not successful is not because they're drinking, smoking, or having bad habits. In my opinion, the primary reason why people are not successful because they don't have drive, because they're comfortable, because they don't like what's going on around them, because they don't have in them whatever it takes to become successful. And also success could mean different things. Some people can be poor and say, hey, I'm successful, I'm getting by, I'm living, I'm cool. So, just like years ago, Rabbi Goldberg used to tell me, success doesn't mean a lot of money. Success means, you know, being happy with yourself, I guess. So you can be poor and still feel like you're a successful person, you know. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. That's my response to that comment. All the best to you. Later, guys.